So this is the Elgato Wave 3, and it is a really great microphone for 3 reasons. Yes, I'm going with that type of title for this video. First things first is the hardware control, because it gives you a lot of options. On the front of the microphone, it gives you 3 options that are required basically on any microphone. It gives you a microphone mix option, a headphone option, and a mic/PC mix monitor, which is really nice because if you just tilt it to the left, you'll hear more of yourself, and then if you tilt it back to the right, you'll hear more of your PC. I usually like to keep mine more focused on the PC side, but I'd kind of recommend for most people who are new to this put it right there. With the microphone volume, Elgato actually recommends that you keep it at a 40%, so that'd be about like right here probably. 3 knobs just to keep it as clean as possible, so that then you don't have any clipping or anything like that when you are getting loud. Headphone volume, that's up to you. I usually like to keep it like right about here, because that's like your like mix of your headphones into the wave and that type of thing. It's like the headphone gain basically. And then and then on top they've got the mute button, which I really do like having like a capacitive mute, because then you can basically just mute and turn it back on, and then mute yourself again, and it's really nice. I like that Elgato gives you this type of control with the microphone. However, it also gives you this type of control with the software, the Wave Link software, which, by the way, that software is really freaking neat for what it does. With the software, Elgato is naming it Wave Link, and it is the number 2 reason why I love this microphone, because they really made this software good. As with the software, you can have up to 12 different modes I can add in by just hitting this button and send a system audio output to something like a browser. And there we go. The way you're going to actually control that browser effect is by going into this little option right here. And it'll pop up your system settings and your volume mixer. Then just got to find your browser. Because I'm not playing anything, I'll just go through and open it up and play some sort of audio from it. Now I can go ahead and take this find Mozilla Firefox and take the output device and move that over into Wavelink browser. And now I can go ahead and turn this down all the way, because we don't want to hear, never going to give you up at all. I'm just going to go through, turn that down, and turn that down in general. And yeah, what's another thing that's nice is when you actually add this into OBS Studio, it is one single source for your capture. It's just one audio input capture called Wavelink Stream. And that's basically your whole entire audio source, your music, and all of that all in one. And that's one of the things I love about that. Like, Elgato thought of every single way to combine your audio and your effects into one software, which, by the way, speaking of effects, how do you even get those in? Well, it's easy. All you gotta do is go ahead and hit this little wave option, and you can go ahead and add audio effects. Right now I've got none, and it should show the Reaper effects, but I'm not sure why, but it doesn't. That's kind of like my only gripe with the software. It's really weird at detecting VST effects. And if you want to add in more VST effects, like if you use different folders, just go ahead into Preferences, hit Audio Effects, and you can change the files, which I'm going to go through and do that right now. It'll usually be set to your common files /VST2. Just go and scan the plugin folders, and now it's found Bias Effects, Melodyne, and NDI input and output, which that means I can basically use all of your audio effects on any PC if you have NDI, which is really freaking cool that you can do that. And another thing that's cool are submixes. Well, right now, I cannot hear myself if I have this input in, so if I go through and hit that, it will result in audio doubling. So now you can hear me twice, which is something that you do not want to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and turn that back off. And I might actually go ahead and unlink these faders here. Right about here is usually my comfort level for audio. It's just over 10 decibels, but it's just under 0, so it doesn't distort and it doesn't do anything like that. I'm going to go ahead and link the faders, so if I drag them down, it will say the same for both. It's really nice for like if you are streaming music and you want to have them hear more of like your bass versus your voice, which you'd be able to set that up by using the sound effects option. Just go ahead and set up to where it's monitoring your speakers through the with no sound signs, and that's it. Well, when I actually posted a short of this microphone to places like TikTok and YouTube, one of the things I'd gotten asked was, does this work with NVIDIA's Shadowplay? And you know what? I don't know. So let's go ahead and test it out right now. Alright, let's see. Settings. Audio. Mic in Elgato Wave 3. I'm going to go ahead and always change that to wavelength streams so it'll capture my audio and all of that in one. And guess what? It works. It allows you to actually separate all of your audio tracks too, which is really freaking cool. Now, the only way to properly on this video is to do some audio tests with this microphone, and I feel like that's the best way to do this is to do some comparisons with it. So, in front of me I have the Blue Yeti Nano, and I have the Elgato Wave 3. That's what we'll be testing out. So let's go. The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. Quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. And after that brown fox jumped over the lazy dog, he wanted to tell you the comparisons between the two microphones, which, by the way, I gotta say, I do like the one out of the wavelength is as it's really nice sounding and it delivers clear audio output with a little bit of extra bass inside, I did notice. Like, it's kind of bass heavy if you're up close to it, which is what you'd call the proximity effect. While this one, I feel like was lacking a little bit. Like, it didn't have enough bass or enough inside of it to kind of deliver a nice audio output. Just kind of sounded as if I was like 3 feet away from the microphone, when in reality, I'm the same distance away from both of them. So, take that for what you will. For now, I'm going to go ahead and to end this video here. If you would like to go ahead and to subscribe, do that now, like this video, and to share with your friends.